The very same political party that has vied for power in countries such as Egypt has also been setting up front groups 5,000 miles away. For decades now, the Ikhwan, or the Muslim Brotherhood, have operated secretly behind the scenes in America. Their influence reaches from the halls of academia, to Hollywood and the media, even to law enforcement, and to the highest levels of political power.
The Muslim Brotherhood is an international movement, the goal of which is to create an Islamic state universally, all over the world. The Muslim Brotherhood operates in various countries around the world. And as we learned in the course of our investigation and our work, the United States was one of those.
When you walked into the convention center, and they had these big banners hanging up from the over this area, and it said, "Death to Israel, death to America." One of the people who were working with me said, "You know what, Bob? These people are Muslim Brotherhood." I said, "What's that?"
Now, in my mind, the Muslim Brotherhood is the mother of all Islamic organization of the 20th century, including Al-Qaeda. The West, as we see today, instead of isolating the Muslim Brotherhood, actually engaging the Muslim Brotherhood as the organization that's moderate, and these are the Muslims we can talk to. The West is tremendously naive about the danger of these various Islamic organizations.
Here, the spiritual leader of the Muslim Brotherhood tells an audience in Ohio about the group's goals to conquer the world.
فالفتح بالدعوة هذا ما نأمله إن شاء الله. سنفتح أوروبا وسنفتح أمريكا لا بالسيف ولكن بالدعوة.
Ultimately, that arrest revealed thousands of documents that absolutely blew the doors open on our understanding of the Muslim Brotherhood movement in the United States.
The FBI found a cache of documents detailing the structure of the Muslim Brotherhood in the U.S., including this one, revealing the goals of the group in America. It was titled An Explanatory Memorandum on the General Strategic Goal for the Group in North America. It's dated May 22, 1991.
The process of settlement is a civilization jihadist process with all the word means. The Ikhwan, which is what the Brotherhood uses to describe themselves, must understand that their work in America is a kind of grand jihad in eliminating and destroying the Western civilization from within and sabotaging its miserable house by their hands and the hands of the believers, so that it is eliminated and God's religion is made victorious over all other religions. That's pretty clear as to how they viewed their own objective, and they're talking about the United States here.
Our democracy, our Constitution, our rule of law, our tolerance, that's what they use to exploit their message. That's what they use to protect themselves and to create a facade around them that would allow them to internally operate and seek to achieve their true, often unstated objectives.
At a hotel just off a busy highway in Philadelphia, a secret meeting is called to order in October 1993. Attending are 24 American supporters of the Muslim Brotherhood and leaders of Hamas, a Palestinian Islamic terrorist group. The FBI was watching and listening. In addition to enlisting the news media as defenders of CARE, CARE also shaped its message and image by intimidating America's entertainment ambassador, Hollywood.
Hollywood has not been our ally. Hollywood has distorted the facts. Hollywood has shown freedom fighters as terrorists. Hollywood has done the work that Zionists could not do.
CARE was even more successful when pressuring filmmakers to change the villains from Islamic terrorists to neo-Nazis in 2002's Sum of All Fears. The director, Phil Alden Robinson, wrote CARE directly. I hope you will be reassured that I have no intention of promoting negative images of Muslims or Arabs, and I wish you the best in your continuing efforts to combat discrimination.
In the case of all 3 attempts in the last year, the terrorist attempts, one of which was successful, those individuals have had ties to radical Islam. Do you feel that these individuals might have been incited to take the actions that they did because of radical Islam?
Because of?
Radical Islam.
There are a variety of reasons why people...
But was radical Islam one of them?
There are a variety of reasons why people do these things. Some of them are potentially religious based.
But all I'm asking is if you think among those variety of reasons, radical Islam might have been one of the reasons.
You see, you say radical Islam. I mean, I think those people who espouse a version of Islam that is not...
Are you uncomfortable attributing any of their actions to radical Islam? It sounds like...
No, I don't want to say anything negative about a religion.
I'm not talking about the general religion. Could radical Islam have motivated these individuals to take the steps that they did?
I certainly think that it's possible that people who espouse a radical version of Islam have had an ability to have an impact on people.
Okay, and again, could one of these 3 individuals have been incited by radical Islam? It's hard to get an answer, yes or no.
The important role that the Muslim Brotherhood plays is by educating young people and creating in their minds the worldview that the West and Israel and so on are threats to Islam. And they have a very effective narrative for socializing and indoctrinating new people. And once they're indoctrinated, it's only a short step from there to using violence to bring that about.
Stop calling them suicide bombers.
The degree of sophistication that it takes to build a bomb or to pull a trigger is remote compared to the sophistication and the effort and the money and the energy that has to go into creating a civilization that would support it. We're not talking about a gun. We're talking about the man holding the gun. How do you build him?